Hey everybody, and welcome to a really fun lesson we're going to do today. It's Times Like These by Foo Fighters. It's a massive song from about 15 years ago. Great tune. We're doing the acoustic version, which was played on the Skin and Bones record, and it's the one that they often play live when they're doing acoustic version. Sounds great on acoustic, and let's begin. Right, we're going to start off with the main riff, which uses a D chord with an embellishment. Okay. First of all, I'm going to show you the strum on the D major chord, and then we're going to show you where to do the embellishment, which is where the index finger comes on and off. But first of all, the strum pattern. It's a little bit awkward, so we'll take our time. So we're going to break the strum up into 3 parts, and it's going to be down, up, down, up, down. Okay, that's the first bit. Down, up, down, up, down. Okay, and then we're going to go down, up, down. Okay, so that's down, up, down. Try and follow the exact rhythm as I'm doing it. Okay, so the first part, down, up, down. It's pretty straightforward, that bit. Just constant, keep that arm moving. And then the second part, down, up, down. Notice the 2 up strums together can be a little bit awkward, so you can practice just doing up strums. Just to get used to playing just up strums. So the second bit was down, up, down. And the final bit is nice and easy, because it's just down, up. Okay, when you put it all together, you got this. Okay, that might seem like a lot, so we're going to have to really focus on doing the 3 parts separately and then piecing it together. So here's part 1, part 2, part 3. Okay, now I'll leave a gap between each part again, but I won't tell you which part's which. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so that's a good way of breaking the strums up. Okay, and what you want to do is once you get each 3 of the parts sorted, leave less of a gap in between. Okay, because first of all, you're processing what you've got to do, so you need a bit of a gap to help that. Okay, so we'll do each 3 parts again. Part 1, down, up, down. Part 2, down, up, down. Part 3, down, up. Okay, and again, one more time. Okay, and now without any gap at all. Okay, so the aim is to be able to do that nice and fluently. Really go as slow as you need to. Go really slow, like this. That's a good speed. You can go slower than that. Okay, but once you get that rhythm, that groove, just keep playing it along with the recording. Play along with me as well. We're going to lift off the index finger at certain points to play an open G string. And what that creates is this little melody. Okay, you got a time where you lift that index finger perfectly, otherwise it'll sound a bit wrong. You're going to have to try and be as accurate as you can here. You lift it off in part 1 on the very first down, and you put it on for the very first up. So you got this. Okay. So notice it's off, then on for the up. So try and time when you put it on with the up strum. And then you do down. Okay, so the part 1 is down, up, down. Okay, so you got. Okay, so you lift it on the down and on the second up. So it's down, up with it on, down with it on, up with it off, and down with it on. Okay, there you go. So off, on, off, on. A bit confusing, a bit complex, so take your time. So we'll just go through that part 1 again. So off for the down, on for the up, on for the down, off for the up, on for the down. can hear where the melody is. That does help. Okay, now for part 2, which is down, up, up, down. Again, we start with it off. We go off, on for the up, off for the next up, on for the down. So that would be down, up, down. So that's a bit confusing, that one, because it's like a reverse. The down, up, down. And it's on the first down it's off, and the second up it's off. So you go down, up, down. The final part, the third part's a bit easier because it's just down, up, and it's just off for the first down. So off, down, on for up, down, up. So I'll put it all together now, nice and slow. Part 1, part 2, part 3. And now all together, without me talking. And again. Okay, and that there is the main riff of the song. It comes in throughout. It's the intro. Play it 4 times for the intro, and then we'll move into the verse, which we're going to do now. Okay, the verse is, we're going to change the strum pattern. We're going to go to the ultimate strum pattern. So the old classic, down, down, up, down, up. So what we're going to do for the verse is start with the D major chord. We're going to use the ultimate strum pattern, the old classic, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Okay, we're going to do 2 bars on this D, but again we're going to change a little melody note in that, and it's going to be this. So the first bit is on the D, which is the first 2 down strums, and then when you get to that up strum, that first up strum, you're going to lift your middle finger off to create an open high E string, which is a D sus2 chord. So you got down, down, and then lift the middle finger off for the up, and then finish the strum pattern, up, down, up, with it off, and then play a full bar in this D sus2 chord. Okay, so the first bar is like this, down, down, lift it off for the up, down, up, and then the second bar is just hold that chord there and do a full strum, down, down, up, down, up. Okay, so together those 2 bars are like this. Okay, and if you want to highlight the melody note, what you do is, instead of strumming all the strings all the time, is when you do that first up, just ping that high E string where that index finger comes off. Okay, and you can ping some of those upstrokes in there as well. You don't have to be too precise for this. Just keep the rhythm the same and just think about pinging the high E string on the odd upstroke. Particularly the first upstroke in each bar. That one. Brings out the melody a little bit, and it's nice when you ping an upstroke. It just brings it out a little bit more in a syncopated way. Okay, the next bar is A minor, and again it's just 2 bars on A minor, but if you want to be clever and play it a bit more like the original, you can add the pinky on, the high E string at the 3rd fret to create an A minor 7. And again you can add that on the first up strum of each bar. You can ping that high E string by just hitting that high E string on the first up strum. So down, down, ping, just hit the high E string on its own. Okay, so a similar idea as what we've just done with the D. And then the next 2 bars are C. Okay, full bar of C. And again, if you want to create the little melody note, add the pinky on, 3rd fret high E string again. And do that on the first up strum. And just ping that high E string there. Down, down, ping, up, down, up. And then the last bar in the section is E minor. Play play it straight forward like that, or you can add in your ring finger, 3rd fret B string, to create an E minor 7. This time I wouldn't ping it, I would just strum the up strum. Okay, so that verse is 2 bars of D, 2 bars of A minor, 1 C, 1 E minor, and then we go back to the main riff for 1. So what I'm going to do now is play that a straightforward way, where you're just strumming all the strings, and then we're going to do it with the pings as well. Okay, the nice thing is when you change from the E minor, if you do it as an E minor 7, put the ring finger 3rd fret B string, you're in position for the go back to the D chord, so you don't have to move all your fingers, you can just pivot around that ring finger. Okay, now we're going to do it with the pings. Okay, it's sounding pretty good like that, both work really well. Just build it up, start slowly, start with the basics and then build it up. Have some fun with that, that's cool. Okay, so the verse, what you do, you play it twice and you have the main riff in as a break in between the verse. Okay, so you've just done D, A minor, C, E minor, main riff once. Second time round, once you've done all that, again, you just do the main riff twice to lead into the chorus. Okay, and that's it. So 2 main riffs instead of 1 the second time. But you know, you could sing along with it as well, nice and steady. You got the I'm a one-way motorway. I'm the road that drives away and follows you back home. Okay, and the chorus is nice and simple because all it is C, E minor, D, D sus2. Okay, 1 bar C, 1 bar of E minor, and then the D sus comes in from the D on the up strum again. So it's down, down on the D, up on the D sus2. So lift that middle finger off for the up, and then just do it up, down, up. Okay, so you've got C for 1 bar, E minor for 1 bar, D for 2 down strums, D sus2 for the rest of the bar. Okay, and that just happens 4 times. The very 4th time, which is the last time in the chorus, instead of going to the D, we go back to the main riff. So the 4th time it's like this: C, E minor, and then main riff. And if you want to sing along, chorus is like this. It's times like these you learn to live again. It's times like these you give and give again. It's times like these you learn to love again. It's times like these, time and time again. Okay, that's pretty much the whole song. There is a section in the middle where there's a bit of a breakdown and a build-up. And all you do there, it's after the second chorus. Instead of going into the main riff on the D, you go into a little build-up, which is this. Okay, and all that is a D chord, C add 9, and then G/B. Okay, to play those chords, the D you already know. C add 9, you leave your ring finger where it is, 3rd fret B string. Middle finger comes up to 3rd fret A string, and index finger goes to 2nd fret D string. Okay, and then for the G/B, you leave your ring finger where it is again, and then this time index finger goes 2nd fret A string. Okay, and that's the chords D, C add 9, G/B. Okay, and what we're going to do here is 7 beats on each chord. So you can count it as a 4 and a 3 like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, it's a bit unusual. 7's an odd number. You don't normally get too many odd numbers in mainstream music. What you're going to do is just strum with palm mute all down strums for each of those beats. So it'd be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, to get your palm mute, just put the heel of your hand on the strings where it meets the bridge. Adjust it back and forth so you get a nice tight sound, but don't come too far across, otherwise you'll be on the strings and killing it. Don't come too far away, otherwise it won't sound any different. It's called finding the sweet spot. It takes a bit of time, so don't worry with that. Just take your time, spend a bit of time experimenting, and just strum all down strums on those chords. Okay, now on the Skin and Bones version of this record, it takes a while, so a really long build up. All the other instruments come in and out, but what I recommend doing if you're playing it on your own is just do it the first time, the D, C add 9, G/B with palm mute, and then the second time, no palm mute, so it's nice and heavy. And then just like that, and so you got a bit of contrast. And then it just goes back to the main riff, and then into a chorus again, and there you go. That's the whole song. You've got 4 parts: the intro, which is the main riff, the verse, which is core 2, the chorus, and then that middle section, and each part just comes in and out at various points, apart from that middle where it's just played once and it's built up for ages. Right, that was Times Like These by Foo Fighters. It's a great song by Dave Grohl, absolutely brilliant songwriter, one of the best modern rock songwriters around. I much prefer the older fashioned music from the 60s and 70s, but Dave Grohl really knows how to write a classic song, and Times Like These is one of those. So I hope you enjoyed it. Cheers, bye bye.